The Clinton Castle National Monument, commonly known as Castle Clinton, is located at the southern tip of Manhattan in Battery Park, New York City. It stands as one of the United States' most historically significant landmarks, offering a glimpse into the country's rich past. Over the years, the structure has served multiple purposes, ranging from military defense to a popular entertainment venue, immigration station, and even an aquarium. Its long and varied history reflects the transformation of New York City and the nation itself. Below is an extensive exploration of its history, spanning from its origins in the early 19th century to its current status as a national monument. The origins of Castle Clinton date back to the early 19th century, when tensions between the United States and Britain were high. As the War of 1812 loomed, the U.S. government decided to bolster its coastal defenses, particularly in New York City, a vital port and commercial hub. Construction of the fort began in 1808, under the supervision of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and was completed in 1811. Originally named West Battery, the fort was built on a small artificial island just off the coast of Manhattan, separated by a small waterway. The structure was designed as a circular stone fortification, featuring thick walls to withstand bombardment and 28 cannons, facing the harbor to deter potential naval attacks. The fort was intended to work in tandem with Fort Wood, now the site of the Statue of Liberty, and Fort Gibson on Ellis Island, creating a network of defenses guarding the city's harbor. Castle Clinton's first test came during the War of 1812. Although it never saw direct combat, the mere presence of the fort, along with other defenses around the harbor, was enough to dissuade British forces from attacking New York City. After the war, the fort was renamed Castle Clinton in honor of DeWitt Clinton, the mayor of New York City and later governor of New York State, who played a crucial role in the development of the city and state. By the 1820s, Castle Clinton's military importance had diminished. With the threat of foreign invasion receding, the fort was no longer needed for defense. The federal government transferred ownership of Castle Clinton to New York City in 1823, marking a significant shift in its purpose. Under city management, the fort was transformed into a popular entertainment venue called Castle Garden. Castle Garden opened to the public in 1824 and quickly became one of the most fashionable places in the city. The venue hosted a wide range of cultural and social events, including concerts, exhibitions, and theatrical performances. One of the most notable events was a performance by the legendary opera singer Jenny Lind, known as the Swedish Nightingale. In 1850, Lind's American debut, organized by P.T. Barnum, was a major cultural event that drew massive crowds to Castle Garden. Castle Garden also served as a venue for important public gatherings and events, including fireworks displays, political rallies, and celebrations. The fort's transformation into a public entertainment hub reflects the rapid growth and diversification of New York City during the 19th century, as it evolved from a small colonial port into a bustling metropolis. One of the most significant chapters in Castle Clinton's history was its role as America's first official immigrant processing station. In 1855, the New York State Board of Immigration established the Castle Garden Emigrant Depot, converting the entertainment venue into an immigration center. This was a period of mass migration, and millions of immigrants, primarily from Europe, passed through Castle Garden before entering the United States. Castle Garden provided a range of services to immigrants, including medical inspections, currency exchange, job placement, and assistance with housing. Over the next 35 years, an estimated 8 million immigrants passed through its doors, making it the primary entry point for newcomers to the United States during this period. The Castle Garden Emigrant Depot marked the beginning of a massive wave of immigration that would shape the demographics and culture of the United States. Many of the immigrants who arrived at Castle Garden settled in New York City, contributing to its growth and diversity. The facility was eventually replaced by Ellis Island, which opened as the Federal Immigration Station in 1892. The transition marked the end of an era, but Castle Garden's legacy as an immigration hub remained deeply etched in the history of the city. After its time as an immigration station, Castle Clinton underwent yet another transformation. In 1896, it became the New York City Aquarium, one of the country's first public aquariums, operated by the New York Zoological Society. The aquarium showcased marine life and educated the public about oceanic ecosystems. It became a major attraction, drawing millions of visitors annually. The aquarium played a crucial role in the conservation movement, helping to raise awareness about marine life and the need to protect it. For over 45 years, the New York Aquarium at Castle Clinton served as a beloved landmark and a center for education and entertainment in Lower Manhattan. However, by the 1940s, the structure was showing signs of age, and the aquarium was relocated to Coney Island in 1941. Following the departure of the aquarium, Castle Clinton faced the threat of demolition. As New York City expanded and modernized, developers proposed various plans to repurpose or demolish the historic structure. However, a coalition of preservationists, led by figures such as Robert Moses and the American Scenic and Historic Preservation Society, advocated for its conservation, recognizing its historical significance. In 1946, their efforts paid off when Castle Clinton was designated a national monument by President Harry S. Truman. The designation helped to ensure the preservation of the site, safeguarding its legacy for future generations. Over the next few years, restoration efforts were undertaken to return Castle Clinton to its original 19th century appearance, focusing on its architectural and historical integrity. Since its designation as a national monument, Castle Clinton has been maintained by the National Park Service. Today, it serves as a visitor center, welcoming tourists from around the world who come to learn about its history and the history of New York City. Exhibits inside the fort explore its multiple roles, including its military origins, its time as an entertainment venue, its significance as an immigrant processing center, and its tenure as an aquarium. Castle Clinton also serves as the departure point for ferries to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island, two other iconic landmarks that share intertwined histories with the fort. Visitors can purchase tickets and board ferries from the historic structure, making it an essential stop for anyone exploring New York's historic waterfront. Castle Clinton's architecture reflects the military design principles of the early 19th century. The circular fort is constructed of sandstone, with thick walls designed to withstand cannon fire. It features a central courtyard and a series of arched doorways that were originally designed to house cannons. The restoration efforts undertaken by the National Park Service have focused on preserving these architectural features, allowing visitors to experience the fort as it was in its early days. The restoration work has included stabilizing the structure, repairing stonework, and restoring the interior to reflect its historical use. The National Park Service has also added interpretive exhibits and displays that provide insight into the fort's various functions over the centuries. These efforts ensure that Castle Clinton remains not only a monument to the past but also a valuable educational resource for future generations. Castle Clinton stands as a testament to the layers of history that have shaped New York City and the United States. Its various transformations, from a military fortification to an entertainment venue, an immigration station, and an aquarium, illustrate the dynamic nature of the city and its people. As a national monument, it preserves the stories of millions of immigrants who began their American journey within its walls, the soldiers who once defended the city, and the citizens who enjoyed cultural events there. The monument also serves as a reminder of the importance of historic preservation. It stands as an early example of the growing recognition that historical structures are not just relics of the past, but valuable components of cultural heritage that must be protected